Your home for information about the impact of the
And
coronavirus.
amongst many things that's difficult about this virus is that it prevents
it's been
people from
devastating.
gathering. So
They're really heartbreaking stories of people who have.
There isn't anyone that isn't impacted.
shutting our schools down, including all athletic programs.
Your first-hand accounts.
We got here just to test, and I'm found out that I was positive.
A lot of people who know me, I'm still the first person they know.
But it was almost like you were patient zero for South Seattle. Your stories of community coming together.
Partner very heavily with Tacoma Urban League, who is doing some amazing work in response.
We're doing things for small businesses. We're giving out loans for small businesses.
And so I think it's very important that we have leaders who feel
I cannot tell you, we're calling 20, 30, 40
this
members.
crisis in our community. We've been working to address it.
Rainier Avenue Radio, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. DJ Dirty John.
Karen Z with Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hey, this is Sergio Cool. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. RainierAvenueRadio.world. We got you covered. Local impact, global presence.
Broadcast. Welcome to Rainier Avenue Radio.world and our weekly coverage of the impact of communities. Continuation of our series. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us again here. And then again, now we are aware of the fact that we are and more folks listening to that.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle-King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African-American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not explaining to my intern exactly what R&B is, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Welcome to Rainier Avenue Radio. This is Afternoons with Monique, recording live in Seattle, Washington, every Thursday at 1 p.m.
Afternoon Rainier Avenue Radio. I'm Monique Lee from Afternoons with Monique, and today I have the honor to invite to Afternoons with Monique show two members of the Vietnamese American community in honor of the South Vietnamese Army. Please will help me welcome Seattle Light Trong Tang and Miss and Mr. Lan and Alan Jones. So here comes Mr. Trong, and this is Miss Lan Jones. Hello, Miss Jones. Cô Lan, should I call you Miss Jones or should I call you
Lan?
Okay. Nice to see you again. I think I last saw you at an event for
Long time ago.
Kim Tan Van. And hi Alan, is that you? You can possibly, yes, please.
I'm here also.
Yes, lovely. And we're waiting for Mr. Trong Tang to join our show. Okay, perfect.
Hi.
This is the anniversary of our South Vietnamese Army, and Chu Trong was nice enough to correct me. So can you give us the title?
Oh, that's since 1971, we call it the Armed Force the South Vietnam Armed Force Day.
Okay, South Vietnamese Armed Force, and this is the anniversary.
All the Air Force, Navy, Army, that's not particular Army only.
This is my first time I had a chance to invite two members or several members of the Vietnamese American community in Washington to join me in honoring of the South Vietnamese contribution in the war. And I'm Vietnamese American, so I think it's my duty and honor to commemorate this special armed force. So first, I like to start with Chu Trong, which I call him Uncle Trong because he's a little bit of one generation before me. But yeah, Chu Trong has been in the community, and he's the president of the Air Force. What is that? Seattle Air Force. Let me see. Remind me. I know I have your bios on here, but will you remind me the group that you Hội Phi Công? What is that in English?
Hội Không quân Việt Nam Cộng hòa in state of Washington. We call the Vietnamese Air Force Association of Washington State.
Yes, I have your bio here. Vietnamese Air Force Association of Washington State, and you were president and founder. And how long were you a member and served as president in that group?
We founded late 1980, and I served about 12 years. Order behind me about 3 new presidents. So.
Okay. Yeah. And I've known
12 years. Yeah.
Right. I've seen you in the community a lot because I go to these Vietnamese American annual anniversary of April 30th and June 19th, which is the anniversary of the South Vietnamese Armed Force. And you always a member, I always see you there. And so I thought I would invite you on because I know that you have been a part of the Vietnamese American community for a long time and very active in commemorating and honoring of our former armed force soldiers. So can you give us, I'm going to start with you and then I'm going to go to Miss Jones or Kolan in just a minute.
Monique, thank you for inviting us to participate in on the June 19th. We call that the Armed Force Day of the Republic of South Vietnam. In 1971, the president till what we call that the second Republic of Vietnam after November 1st, 1960. So anyway, I consider myself as community activist, and the first newly arrival and come to State of Washington 1975 after the war Saigon. So you see my face all around this community.
You're part of the first wave of Vietnamese Americans that arrived into the U.S., right? During May or so of 1975?
Yeah, approximately, late May 1975 when I came to state of Washington. Because my classmate He's an American pilot. He's stationed in McCall Air Force Base. When I in Camp Pendleton, I contacted him and he did all the paperwork. So it took me to, and I lived with him on McCall Air Force Base about 2 weeks before I can. Yeah.
And as opposed to me and Golan, I came here late December 1989, and Golan came here maybe shortly after that, right? 1990. Right. And you came here via HO program, or how did you arrive into the U.S.?
Yes, I came here with my father under the HO program, and it started from there.
Right,
very hard time from the start.
Right. You know, my parents also came here through the HO program in 1991 after me. I came here first, and they came around 1991, 1992, HO 9 or 10. I'm guessing you're like 7, 8 or something like that.
I think a lot of HO up to 30 something, and then they just stopped. So somehow my family came there with HO 4. So some kind of early, really early, I think.
Right.
But many people come here for the freedom.
Right.
So although it's late compared with anh Trọng there, but we still have freedom.
Right. And we're glad for it. And what do you do now?
Yes, I came here and then went to SPSCC, got the degree, and then get a job.
What do you do now?
Very simple. Yeah, I start with a different job because at the first time my English is not good. Not enough to come back to my career before in Vietnam.
What did you do in Vietnam, if I may ask?
I was a vet.
Veterinarian?
Yes.
Okay. Like animal.
I talk involved with the animal. Yeah.
Right.
Involved with, yeah. And then came here with my English not good enough to come back to that. So thinking about a new job for the new life, I get into the food service technology.
Yes.
And become a chef.
Oh.
So I just got a job from the company with the name Work.
So what is it called?
WIRB, Western Institutional Review Board. It's a medical review organization.
Oh, okay. Medical review board. Okay.
Yeah. But I take care of the kitchen in there.
Oh, okay.
And serve up to 350 employees.
Right.
Lunch every day.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's my job.
Yes. And you Trong, what did I know you retired now, but you were a member of the community. I know you were helping attorneys with some cases before, right? I don't know actually. What did you do for work after you arrived to the U.S. You Trong?
Well, I came in 1975 and I went to school and I went to a lot of class, real estate, and I was certified 1976 by State Washington, real and personal property appraisal.
Oh, okay.
I worked for the Pierce County Assessor in 1976 up to 1980.
Right.
And after that, accidentally, I have a friend the U.S. and he's a practice law, and he asked me to join him to travel to Hong Kong to have the privacy in the camp.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I involved to the law to have the resettlement the people.
Right. I understand that you were an F-5 fighter pilot in Vietnam pre-1975. So how did you achieve that position? Did you have to go to school, training? What did you do to become a fighter pilot for the South Vietnamese Army? Afternoon, Rainier Avenue.
The Air Force.
Yes.
Well, let's put this way. That it took at least 3 years or more. Kind of you apply and you get selected to be the candidate for the air cadet. And you will train at the Air Training Center in Nha Trang, that's the central area of Vietnam.
Yes.
You study there about one year or more. And they select to go to United States to participate into the, we call that under pilot training program.
Right.
And to become the, particularly if you want to be the fighter pilot, you have been through a lot of training.
Right.
At different airplanes before I end up F5. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So, how long were you in the Air Force?
Almost 5 years.
Right.
It will be 1975.
And then the war broke down and it's over. Okay. And what rank did you retire or ended before you came here?
We retired. My last rank is first lieutenant.
First lieutenant. Okay. So you flew the fighter planes. And did you ever have to shoot at anybody or drop any bomb?
Yeah, we did. I did. Yeah.
Okay. So you were an active participant, serviceman of the war.
Right.
Yeah, I got invited to speak and deliver speeches in June 19th, South Vietnam Armed Force anniversary. I enjoy meeting the older generations and connect with my roots and remembering the war, which is part of our history. Can you tell our audience why it's important to continue to commemorate the armed force after many years the war is over?
Well, when you look back to World War I or World War II, we still had the veteran, and most people already died. But we could commemorate like Black Day, April 30 or June 19. So the old people like us.
Yeah.
And to get
not that old, but okay.
Every of the South Vietnam soldier about 74 years. So I mean, some my friend already gone,
right?
So not too many left. So we look back up to his foreseeable future, 5 years or next 10 years, no one left. And all my own the child, he joined the U.S. Army. I have a lot of friends in the U.S. Armed Force. But not South Vietnam Air Force anymore. Not too many left. And we commemorate, get together to share the story, to meet all the people. Maybe whole year didn't see each other. So that's why we still keep tradition annually.
And I think it's so important to remember part of our history. Cô Lan, I know that you were a member of a committee or a group that built this memorial in Auburn in order to remember the soldiers and the veterans of both South Vietnamese Army and U.S. Army during the Vietnam War, or what we call the American War, right? Can you tell us when that was built?
The Vietnam War Memorial was built in 2018.
Yeah. So just 2-3 years here.
Yes.
Right. So when I first met you, that was 2 years ago. That was just got done.
Yes.
Okay. And how long did that take? And what was the effort to put this together? How did that come about, Cô Lan?
We started the shop long time ago.
Right.
And it's 2006. At first start in the Capitol building in Olympia.
Yeah.
They approved and then they canceled that.
Oh.
So we couldn't do the memorial. It's called the exhibition in down here.
Right.
So I have to go to Auburn because at that time, Peter Lewis, he was the mayor of the Auburn.
Right.
And he said, come to Auburn. So the Vietnamese, me, and came to Auburn to work with Peter Lewis.
Oh.
Yes, start with him. And it took us for 5 years.
Wow.
It's 5 years. Because, and at that time, before that, when working down here in Olympia, we don't form any group, anything.
Yeah, collective effort.
Yeah, until working in Auburn,
yeah,
we have to form a group.
Right.
Because they don't want to, because they don't want to deal with land only.
Yeah,
or
individual.
some Vietnamese only.
Right.
So they just want to work with a group.
Yes.
So we form the American Vietnamese War
Memorial
Alliance.
Right, right. I saw that in your bio. And how big is your group in the beginning in 2013 when you first started this?
A group just about 9 people between the Vietnamese and American. We just work together.
Right. And what is the goal? I'm sorry, you don't. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I just want to applaud Lang. I appreciate being a community member. You know, I hope you keep doing what you do, and we will behind you and support you because we no longer will be.
Thank you for the support from you and a lot of Vietnamese and American.
It's a group effort.
People.
Yeah,
many people. Yeah.
I think my friend is all my friend Vietnamese Air Force Association, you know, backbone of your Air Force, and I'm really proud. And any chance I hear, I always come to your event. You know.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So behind you is the picture. It's a frame of the memorial. Isn't that right? I've seen the picture before. So it looks beautiful, and it's has some words behind there.
This is a picture from the dedication of the memorial in 2018, and that's the new mayor of Auburn, Nancy Backus, with us, and Lan and Pete Lewis is behind there, and many people participated in that event.
Right. Oh, this is the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Ribbon cutting, yes.
Ah, wow! So many people attended, both Americans and Vietnamese.
Did you see Anh Trọng right there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's right there on the left.
Yeah.
Yes. He's always in the community, always supporting. This is great.
Yeah. I remember, Lang.
Look at that. Okay. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. That is a place to remember our soldiers that sacrificed their lives during the war, and those who survived. Oh,
now you see again the word.
Yeah, we remember with gratitude the soldiers of the United States of America, the Republic of Vietnam, and allies who fought and died for freedom and democracy in Vietnam. Wow, very, very cool. I appreciate this. I know I was invited a couple of times to come, but I was just so busy, and that's no excuse, but I'm going to make it over there and check out your work, because this is so important, But thank you for showing these beautiful photos. Oh, look at that. These are the names of the soldiers that had passed in our community.
Yes, this is the honor wall with the name from the American and the South Vietnam soldier veteran.
Oh, do they live in Washington?
Yes, or some people in Canada, or in Cali. But the thing is, this war with all of the South Vietnamese and American, that is, we should want to honor them.
Right.
Yes.
And these are people who had either sacrificed their lives in the war. Are they all passed?
No, no.
Okay, some of them are still alive, but
yeah, when we go with the thought, to honor them. So it's not only people already passed, but we still want to honor the veteran alive
who contributed.
Yes.
So
yeah, on the wall, you will know some people passed already, but some people still alive.
Right. Okay.
So we should want to honor them.
That's wonderful. Do you have any more pictures?
Yes, I think Alan will run some here.
We have pictures of other people that attended.
We see the family, children, grandchildren of two veterans. This is two families right there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, very good. Well, we have just a few minutes left to wrap up the show. There's more pictures of the community members who help with this effort. I recognize some of their faces. There's Alan and you, and I'm not sure who the bearded man is. All right. Very cool. Who's this guy? I know you and Huang and the other
Yes,
guy.
you recognize him. Yes, that's Huang Chen.
He's that.
And Peter Louis.
Oh, that's Peter Louis. Okay, I think I may have met him too. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing these photos.
Oh, thank you. We have a chance to show to people.
Oh, I remember Ryan Millikeek, who came on the show before. Yeah. Do you remember that there's one picture back? He came on Afternoons with Monique before. Oh, I recognize the engine right there. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing that slideshow with the audience. It is a radio show, but we have visual. But later on, we save the footage of the audio only down the road. We archive it. So I narrate so that it can be recorded and later on replay if anyone wants to listen to the show again. I really appreciate you and Judong to join me today. It is so important to remember our history and our past and honor that part of our history. So before we part, can you still hear me?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, before we part, any last words you want to say and share with our audience about our special day today, June 19th?
Well, Monique, I applaud your effort to highlight the work of particular Mr. Lan John. That's the most important thing. And the second part is to honor our vets, our fellow soldiers, South Vietnam. And we really appreciate it in light of the come up to June 19th. Thank you.
Of course, it's my pleasure. And as always, Golan, thank you for joining us. Any parting words before we end our show?
I would like to say something with the history of the Vietnam War. I should hope all of the South Vietnam veterans still alive, just like anh Trong. I just hope they talk to the children, grandchildren about the Vietnam War, because we cannot let it be gone.
Right.
Just need to keep it
fade away.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the young generation just need to continue that, to keep that.
Yes.
And for me, with I try when I can to put the name of the South Vietnamese on the name of the wall. You can see that in the wall, in the right
on the wall
inside. Yes.
Yes.
We still have a room to put name the veteran on.
Right.
So that in my shop right now, to continue that, to fill all the wall in there, up to 1,000 tile, 1,000 name on that.
That's
We
wonderful.
only have about 400 now.
Okay.
So I still have 600 more.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that's good to know. I know a lot about.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio.